Hello and welcome back to Rich List. I'm Dennis, and also welcome back to Hyatt Regency Irvine. As you can tell by the title, this is part 2, where we're really focusing on the newest additions to this property. A lot of activity-focused features and highlights here. If you haven't seen the previous video, I'm going to link it somewhere around here, but please watch it first and then come to this one because it's really worth seeing the transformation and the vision that comes true here. So I'm excited to dive into this tour, and leading us on the guided tour this time around is once again General Manager Sid Ramani, who is so excited to talk to you and me about what it took to make this happen, this vision. Let's jump right into this tour. Enjoy.
So as we walk past the Regency Club and Warehouse 72, you come out here and you can start hearing the music right away. And so it really becomes kind of a precursor of walking towards the pool and kind of prepping you for the entertainment center at the pool. To the left is the Warehouse 72 patio, fire pits, heaters, indoor-outdoor bar, sitting in, having dinner. You could also sit outside looking into the restaurant, which really capitalizes on that indoor-outdoor experience in Southern California that we all love with the amazing weather that we have. So really, really fun and just waiting for this patio to open. We talked about live music. The patio, the restaurant is going to be available for buyouts. So if you're a company in one of these areas, you want to host a holiday party, Warehouse 72 is allowing buyouts so you can take over the whole space and throw the party. And this was one of the things that I think appealed to Doug, who's the CEO of Warehouse 72, is that he can have his own independent entrance here, right, outside of entering through the hotel. Okay, so this is the pride and joy, right? This is the jewel. Last time you came here, it was a big mound of dirt, right? Now we have 9 cabanas, 0 entry pool, giant LED screen. If you look at the cabanas, they have a TV. And I'll show you here, you have a nice refrigerator in here and a safe. So, we always think about, hey, you're at the pool, you don't know what to do with your wallet and phone. You can lock it up. You don't have to worry about just leaving it out. The sound system, what you're hearing, ties into the big screen. So for example, Super Bowl, if we have a Super Bowl party, that speaker in your cabana can hear the sound on the pool. You can control the volume. So if you're watching a sporting event that you're not particularly interested in, you can turn down the volume. You want to embrace it. The audio can flow all through the pool area. So it's really nicely done. So these are our entry-level cabanas. Our premier cabanas are on the other side. So let's head on this way. Okay, so this is the really fun part, right? So these are our hospitality and fireside cabanas. So this is what we leverage as potentially a corporate cabana. So let's say you have a meeting for 10 people, right? You're a company that's having a board meeting. Guess what? You can come out and do your lunch here. So now you're getting out of your meeting space, you're in a different environment, and the cabana is designed for you to be able to have a meal here or an event. You want to host a happy hour? You can host a happy hour here, right? So recently we had a birthday party here, and the person took over the 3 cabanas and hosted the birthday party here. So it was really, really fun. All the parents are hanging out here. The kids are on the slide, direct view. People are having a good time. The football game was on. And so this was really nice. What I love about these, and I'll turn this fireplace on for you. It's one touch, you just come over here, you literally just hit the button. So now think about your pool experience. You've been here, it's getting a little bit chillier. At 6 o'clock or whatever, you turn on your fire pit, you're hanging out here, you're finishing up the dive-in movie. Kids have ordered dinner from the pool bar, and there's really no reason to leave, right? And this is what we talked about yesterday a little bit. If you spend 2 days here, there's enough to keep you occupied. You have a great dinner in Warehouse 72, you watch a movie or sporting event, the kids are having pool time, you have this space that allows you to stay for an extended period at the pool. So you can buy a day pass on Resort Pass. So we partner with Resort Pass, and we actually get quite a bit of business from Resort Pass. So we do cabana rentals and day passes on resort pass. And we match the pricing of what you would pay if you went to like an AMC movie theater, but we have inclusions, free popcorn, free soda for the kids, right? Let's say you were staying here for a night or two and you wanted to rent out the cabanas, right? We would say, hey, here's the birthday package, here's the food and beverage it comes with, here's how we recommend what time the food come out, how long it sits, all of that. And then certainly any other activity in the hotel, we can help you map out. But zero entry pool, which is really, really nice. And you'll probably see this if you come by tomorrow. Really fun for the younger kids, right? The parents can sit with the babies in here. And so it's just a very, very family-friendly environment. You've got the beautiful LED screen, right? 23 feet by 16 feet. And we will show sporting content. During the summer, we showed the Olympics. We're doing a spooky cinema on November 1st where we're showing Hotel Transylvania, decorating the pool, getting into the Halloween theme, potentially a Super Bowl party in the future, and kind of show whatever's happening or relevant or what people are interested in, This is probably the most challenging, right? Because the sun's on it, but you come here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's beautiful clarity and really, really easy to enjoy an event. When we built these slides, the first time I saw them, I was like, are these slides too small? Is it gonna be? But what's interestingly happened is a lot of kids are intimidated by the bigger slides. And so for the younger kids, parents are now comfortable letting them go down it. And there's actually greater adoption, right? And I can't even tell you how many times I've seen adults go down that slide. And I'm like, all right, folks, it wasn't designed for you, but I'm glad you're having a good time, So it's 2 feet deep, that pool. So it's not a big, scary, and you'll see this. Indian Wells is fantastic, right? It's 3 stories high or whatever, but you have to have some guts to go down that thing, Here, this is super family friendly. It's 2 slides. You have a lifeguard on there, and it's just a really fun experience, We've really, as you've noticed in our guest rooms and some other places around the hotel, right? We've really tried to use technology in a way that makes sense and is frictionless. So you tap your room key, it allows you to get a towel out. The towel has an RFID chip, right? And it actually tracks when your towel is returned. And really what this is to just make sure people are not, excessively taking towels to the beach and what have you. We wait 48 hours before billing so that if the towel has made it somewhere else around the hotel, it's a 48-hour window. This is our pool bar. So we're still working on signage. We're coming up with a creative name for it, and we're going to have some fun. So you'll see there'll be a sign in the next couple of months that goes on the left side in that wall space. We're also looking at doing something creative on this wall space here, but this is very simple, efficient operation. The food comes all from the market inside. So you order here, but the food's being produced in the market. We bring it to you, and then you're grabbing your drinks at this bar. Drinks are made here. And then as we come around this way, we have showers here, hydration stations, so you can rinse off after your pool. Again, we talked a little bit about sustainability, right? So you've got the aluminum bottle in your room for water. You buy one, and then there's stations everywhere for you to refill that. You don't have to keep buying water, or if you bring your own bottle, even better. You have access to free water, every guest room floor, lobby, outside our meeting space, pool. This is another really kind of fun space, right? So we talked about, hey, you spend the day at the pool, or you want a place. It's a family reunion, right? We talked about our rooms are designed for multi-generational travel, so you bring your grandparents, family, kids, brother, sister, and their kids. So this is a space. Hey, let's meet downstairs. Let's hang out, have a s'mores experience, grab some drinks from Warehouse 72 at the bar, and you just have your own fire pit experience. So again, you come out here, plenty of seating. Changes up the texture a little bit of where you feel a little bit more outdoorsy, right? And especially with how refined the hotel is, you come out here, this is a little bit more earthy, crunchy, and organic. So all our fire pits are gas, one touch button, right? And so very efficient. Think about sitting here 6 o'clock in the evening, you spend the day at the pool, you're wrapped in that little pool towel, you're warming up, right? Parents are having a glass of wine. Throughout the hotel, there's these spaces to sit and comfortable seating. As you walk through, you saw different types of, or different reasons people were sitting around in the sense of community. This is just one more of those spaces outside. So here's a great example, right? We've got an event this weekend, right? And so this lawn, this is our event lawn, and so you're going to have a 3-day weekend with families coming for the pool. Now you've got a pretty substantial event here, you know. And so the other thing I love, and I think you mentioned this, is all of these spaces are there, but they're very accessible. You don't have to walk 20 minutes to get somewhere. You walk out and suddenly Market, Regency Club, Warehouse 72, private dining room, patio, fire pits, pool, and you've only walked for like less than a minute. And you've gone through this whole, combination of spaces. So we do a lot of ethnic weddings. They'll have the ceremony outside, Indian weddings, Vietnamese weddings, and then they'll do the dinner and dancing inside. This space is so incredibly versatile, right? Everything from a high-end reception in the evening. We've done auctions out here. We've done a Persian concert. We call this our junior ballroom, right? It's 6,000 square feet. And so, again, we have a 14,000 square foot ballroom in the building, 6,000 here. Reiterating what you said earlier, you could have multiple events here, and just really no one's disturbing anybody. But this is, again, a nice setup. We're going to actually redo this carpet this month. So we redid all the draping. We're redoing the chandeliers in here. But this is a full HVAC, fire sprinklers, the whole safety gamut, a permanent tent essentially. So, it's just so much that has gotten added since your last visit, and I think when you came last time, it was still really, really nice, the market, the Regency Club, but now you can see there's so much more depth to the hotel from an experience perspective, what you can do, how you can spend your time here. And, I think that's really one of those themes in this hotel. I've said it a few times, but this indoor-outdoor lifestyle that, as Southern California, natives or residents for a long time, we take for granted. But if you're coming from the Midwest or the East Coast, right, people don't have as much of this great weather indoor-outdoor lifestyle. When you look here, 50% of the space is outdoor. When you see the place's name on paper, you don't expect this, right? So for me now, we were in an awareness campaign phase before, but even more so now, I am confident that once you come here, you're going to feel like this. Yeah. But not everybody, 50% of the people are going to say, hey, I've heard about Hyatt before, I may or may not go, right? Yeah. So that's the challenge, is how do we get the word out that the Hyatt Regency Irvine is a destination in itself? Staycation, you're not coming here for a week, I get that. But how do you come here knowing like, wow, this is going to be a great experience? I think this is again, a bird's eye view. When you look to the left, you see our event space, which is getting activated. You see the fire pits that we were just down experiencing, right, with the deconstructed granite. Gives you a really nice aerial view of the patio. And then, of course, the jewel of the hotel, which is the pool, the slides, and the LED screen. So, we just spent a few minutes walking through these spaces, and now you can, look at it from an aerial view and really admire how it all kind of fits together neatly. And, this is, I think, even further reinforces how many different spaces are there for you to experience. And every one of those spaces is a different experience than the one next to it, right? Like if you were sitting on the Warehouse 72 patio, you would feel different than if you were sitting by the fire pits on the deconstructed granite or going at the pool. So, and I think when you're up here, right, you also realize, hey, how accessible the place is. I mean, you're looking at the 405, but when you're down there, you do not know that, right? And so I think for me, when you're going on a staycation, your family of 4 or 5 driving, like the trip to get there not being stressful is very, very meaningful to a family that's driving, So I think even that is a big piece of how centrally located we are, close to Disney. The airport, if you fly in, it's 2.1 miles away from the airport. John Wayne is one of the best airports in the country in terms of ease of getting in and out. And you have access to Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, all while staying in this really fun place, If you were staying in this room and you came out and you looked out, think about how exciting it is to, in anticipation of what you're going to do during your stay, oh my God, I want to go down and I want to experience all of these things. We should have dinner at the patio, or let's take the kids to the pool, and then they come back and we go down and have dinner, you know?
Warehouse 72 is such a stylish and elegant restaurant, and I think it's one of the prized possessions at Hyatt Regency Irvine for obvious reasons. It's a beautiful restaurant from light fixtures and accents and all of the decor. It's just all stunningly beautiful. And the wraparound bar is such a statement piece. But then you get to that screen and it's incredible to see it in video, but in person, it's somehow even better. It almost feels like you are transported to the scene that is on display at any given moment.
I've not been to a restaurant where the ambiance is created by something like this, you know, and you're this close to it. It's a really unique opportunity for the company that's booking us to say, wow, we can really share our content in a way that other hotels you can't. And you know, there's 3 different spaces in the hotel that do that. You can do that in the lobby, you can do that in the restaurant, and you can do that at the pool. So you could really curate and brand the hotel if you wanted to. You know, the tie-in, for as little as we weighed in on his design, the tie-in is fantastic. You know, because we wanted to let him be true to what he wants to create, you know.
These are just a few of the scenes that I caught on camera, but there were even more. When I was there was a shot of Italy, and I just thought that was so cool. The lighting, it just changes the whole mood of the place, from the shifts in lighting from one scene to another, the different actions and environments that are taking place in each of these scenes. They're tranquil, they're calm, they're a little funny sometimes, but they're all so beautiful, and it's hard to not look at that screen. And then we get into everyone's favorite, the food and the drinks. My drink here was called the Purple Gremlin, packing a blueberry punch. It was simply delicious. It was a mocktail, and that one is called Fall on Flavor. I'm not sure if it's still around. We are still in fall, so it's worth asking for. This lobster bisque is quite different from the traditional or more common lobster bisque that you might be used to. Instead of creamy and thick, it's more like a brothy soup, and it's worth giving a try. This bowl of perfection was the pork belly kimchi fried rice. And for dessert, a butterscotch budino. And this incredibly unique and fun twist on a classic that everyone loves. These are called frozen s'mores, and they are quite the surprise. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but once you have them, your life is forever changed, and you will think about them later down the line. One of the cool things about Hyatt Regency Irvine is that they now have 3 different places to get food, and these places range in a really cool way. So you have the market, where you have a lot of grab and go, you have a lot of snacks, but you also have hot cooked items as well. And then you have the Regency Club, which is a great place to come for breakfast, snacks, dinner, and the menu changes every day. It's really cool to come in and just be surprised at what you find. On this visit, Regency Club was operational, and it was amazing. The Regency Club can be enjoyed for a pretty low price, and it's also included in some room bookings. So look out for that when you're booking online. You can stop in pretty much anytime all day and find something to eat, or just find a drink. There are mini fridges with sodas and milks and water, coffee, and more. You will find non-dairy milk options provided as well. Toasters, I think a waffle maker, a cereal station, bagel station, a coffee machine that does lattes and cappuccinos and espressos, teas, and more. You will also find beer taps available, and they make cocktails. So you will find a menu when the time is right where you can order a cocktail and or wine and so on and so forth. If you want to come in at the entry level with plenty of options and great quality, the market is for you. If you're looking to step things up with a little bit of surprise, Regency Club is always nice. It's consistent as well. And then you have your third tier, Warehouse 72, which is just, I mean, come on. During my time at the property, it was very busy with a few events going on. And I found the Regency Club to be very crowded on a couple of mornings, especially past a certain hour in that breakfast time rush. And it's nice to see that in addition to the indoor seating, which is quite large, there's a ton of space, there are a ton of seats, but the outdoor patio also has some additional seating, plus umbrellas and a fire pit. So you don't have to worry about those rare days of rain, or if it's a little chilly outside, you can keep warm as well. So it's nice to have that additional area of access for seating and just a place to enjoy and get comfortable. And finally, we have the suites. Rooms 1445 and 1446 are conjoined rooms, optionally. And if you are to book both rooms, it's great for a multi-generational family. As we've talked about already in this video, there are 3 bathrooms, 2 balconies, 3 beds, and a fold-out bed in the sofa here in the living room, and a full kitchen. If you're curious about how to use the reading lights, you just simply pull them down and give them a slight twist. You've got a coffee maker, and it's not just a regular old no-name coffee maker. This is an espresso. There are motion-activated lights at the foot of the beds. You will find a wireless charger on the lamp in the living room. One of my favorite little touches, in order to save on space, but also be intentional about how space is used, Hyatt Regency Irvine implements these little paddles on the sides of the bed. And that is basically your nightstand if you're sleeping on the outside of the bed. So there you have it. That's Hyatt Regency Irvine Part 2 in completion. That's everything. There are some small tweaks and refinements happening, but all of the big stuff, it's done. This is your experience, your full experience. And I think all of these things really give you a reason to come here just for the hotel itself. Let me know, what was your favorite addition that you saw, the newest thing that you saw here at the hotel, and something that you would like to see in person. Personally, I love the screens in the lobby, the pool, in Warehouse 72. They're just beautiful to look at. The art that the team here chooses to display, amazing. It's crazy how immersive they are. Thank you to Sid for another warm welcome here at Hyatt Regency Irvine. You always take great care of us, and it's so fun to hang out with you. So thank you. Thank you to C&R PR for coordinating yet another stay here at Hyatt Regency Irvine. And I want to give a huge thank you to you, the viewer, especially the subscribers. I could not have done this without you. I could, but it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be as fulfilling as it is. It just grows more fulfilling with each subscriber. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, being an active part of this channel. and just seeing the views grow on each video is one of the most amazing things, most amazing feelings. So thank you for watching, truly. Remember, we're all rich in one way or another, and we're all rich in ways that matter. I'll see you in the next one.